Anita Braun is with us from the Haven of Hope for our regular update. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
Good. We were just talking tech. You've got a Windows Surface, and I was showing my iPad Pro with the Magic keyboard.
I'm impressed.
But I don't know. This was very, very expensive. This setup right here. This was like $1,700 for all of this, and that's the Apple tax. I mean, they look wonderful and they work nice, and they're so darn expensive. But I really enjoy the Apple universe. But Windows, I mean, everything else I do is in Windows, you know.
Right. Well, and this one was provided to me by my board of directors before I came on the job, and it's been working great for a year and a half now. So
those are
no
the best
complaints.
kind, right?
No complaints.
How much did that one cost?
I don't
Nothing. To me, anyway. So, well, good. Well, how are things going? Last time we talked, I think you were still had an opening for a family or two, or you were interviewing some folks. And
Well, it was 2 months ago that we spoke last, because I will admit on the air to everybody that I forgot last month's interview.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Well, I will admit it. I'm a very honest person.
I know.
And the reason I forgot was because I lost my administrative assistant.
No.
I hired someone that was too talented, too full of skills, and she was recruited away from me.
Oh no.
That's the story of the nonprofit world oftentimes. So we can't keep up and compete with the commercial world, but that's okay.
Because I think we just met her, right?
Yes, I think we just did. She's fantastic. But anyway, I think my little brain had just melted for a while there.
Okay.
But
So-
since then,
Yes.
in those 2 months, we have added another family.
Okay.
So we are in the process of adding a whole new dynamic into our cottage. So we now have 3 families, 3 mamas. We have a total of 7 children. In that new family, we have 2-year-old twins. So can you imagine the change? And
Are they identical?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. And they are identical in so many ways. And when they're together, you can see a little bit of difference in their face. Mm-hmm. But if they're separate, I'm still learning.
You don't know which is which.
Their names are very similar, so I'm going to just maybe call them the same name all the time and see who answers.
Well, that's
Actually,
great.
but they're sweethearts, but they're 2-year-olds. And so that's changed the dynamic. We're working with a mom who's never been in the workforce before. So Rebecca Williams, our family life coordinator, is mentoring her through the process of how do you go about getting childcare so you can have a job, and learning how to work with the state and things that if you've never worked, you don't know. So here we are to lock arms with her and help her through that process.
Wow.
And she does have her very first job ever. We're so proud of her.
Wow. So
Yes.
so she's learned, got the resume put together, did some interviews, and got hired. That's great.
I mean, it was a lot of happy accidents happened. Things that were supposed to happen did happen. But, she's our ideal candidate. She's someone who's motivated for lasting change. She's not looking just for a shelter, a place to stay for a few weeks as a Band-Aid. No, she's looking forward to her future. In fact, all 3 of our moms right now, we sat down and we're having quarterly goal-setting meetings, right? Their number one goal is to be able to have their own home.
Wow.
And so now we're in the process of showing them what it takes. Once we get our finances under control and we learn to budget and save, how do we go about getting a home if we've never gotten one on our own before?
Right.
And learning the reality of that.
Yeah.
There,
And all the responsibilities that come with it.
right,
Yeah.
right. There's that. We're teaching them on the financial side really how much money it does take for a down payment or all of that. Because if you've never done it before, it sounds kind of easy.
Well,
until you're in it.
just watch TV. I mean, they're all this. It's so easy on TV, and anybody who's actually been through the process knows that it's not that easy.
Right.
But if you are prepared, it can almost be like it is on TV.
Right, we hope. And that's what Haven of Hope is all about, is getting people prepared for their future so they can be successful and live their best life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting for those that Now, the construction that's going on, this is just kind of a side note, the construction that's going on to the east of the Haven of Hope, that has nothing to do with the Haven of Hope.
No,
that's a totally different project.
Yes, it is, but it certainly does affect us because we feel the vibration of the the big equipment and the dirt blowing and all of that. But no, that's a totally separate project.
Right. And so, because we've talked before about how in the future, maybe there's room for some more homes, so there can be some more families, but that's not...
No, that's not us.
That's not that.
No.
What is that going in over there?
It's an apartment complex.
An apartment complex. Okay. That's what I thought, and that because I think I remember the mayor saying that there had to be like a limit to the number of stories so that they couldn't like spy on Fletzy. I don't know.
I'm concerned about spying on Haven of Hope.
Well, that's right.
And so we've put in a hedgerow to try to start building a natural fence.
Right. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
So. Good fences, good neighbors, right?
That's right. Of course. But going back to the mission of Haven of Hope, I'm sure you get when you say who you are and who you're with and what your facility service provides, you most always generally get the question, so is it a shelter?
Right.
And it's not a shelter. It's a totally different type of facility. And
right, because when you think shelter, I mean, at least in my mind, I think of a temporary fix for an immediate problem.
Right.
But Haven of Hope is the opposite of that.
Right.
We're a long-term fix for a permanent future.
Right.
So yeah, and that's one of the things that we're facing right now with our marketing is how do we gracefully tell people what we're not? How do we tell them what we are, in a positive way?
Yeah.
So, we are this place for women that are in financial crisis. We're not a place for women to go because they're coming out immediately out of a domestic violence affected relationship. Artesia has a wonderful facility for that, Grammy's house.
Right.
We are not a drug and alcohol rehab. In fact, we want our people to be able to attest to us that they've been sober for at least a year. Those are big concerns in the community. That's who we are, and it's not.
Right.
We are a home. We're a place where women are raising their children in a very healthy, wholesome environment where they have been, stress has been lifted off of them. Those pressures of their economy has been lifted. Mm-hmm. They can live with us for $50 a month for up to 2 years. And then, me being executive director, if I learn that someone is going to school and they need more time to finish their degree, we're going to have a nice little sit down and decide how much more time do they need with us.
Sure.
And we can give people grace and have flexibility as long as we have the room. In fact, we have 2 rooms available right now. I'm hoping today I'm interviewing a woman who might be able to use both of those rooms. She has 4 children.
Okay.
One room can't accommodate 5 people, but maybe if she's a match, we might have a full cottage in the very, very near future.
Wow, that's pretty exciting.
I'm very excited about that.
And part of the coaching or training is you have someone that helps with the coaching and the training and all of these different aspects of what they're trying, what these mothers with their kids are trying to get established and settled, and that's...
And I guess one of the difference between our program and other programs is other programs have staff that are there, 8 to 5, 9 to 5. Our staff member, our family life coordinator, is there 24/7. Now, she's not expected to be working 24/7, but she is available in case of emergencies or just to be able to be flexible to work around our mom's schedules. In fact, we have one mom that works a night shift.
Okay.
And so, we have that flexibility because Rebecca lives under the same roof as our moms. It's a private apartment, but it's in the same building.
In the same building. Mm-hmm. So there's always somebody there. When something happens, you've got somebody you can call and get help with.
Yeah, in fact, I learned a couple of weeks ago that we have those hotel locking mechanisms on the doors that slide. Those things can get locked even if you're not in your room.
Really?
You can slam it just right, and maybe with all that vibration from the apartment complex next door, it might have worked its way over. And we had...
somebody was locked out.
Yeah. And so Rebecca problem solved very quickly and figured out how to get those things open. There's a special tool that you can get in the community.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yes.
So I guess you have to be like a certified person to have one of those tools.
Certifiable. But no, things like that just happen.
Yeah.
A smoke alarm went off the other night. It was just a malfunction in the system. but she was there to handle it.
Yeah.
Now, if she does get to have time off and get away from the campus, and so other staff members, that would be me, would be on call.
On call. That's fantastic. So you talked about the marketing challenge that you have. You were telling me before we went on the air that you've kind of updated a couple of things, like your...
We have. Our board has been working really hard this summer. You know, a lot of times in the summertime, boards of directors take a break. Ours hasn't. We've been a working board this summer.
Okay.
We had a strategic planning session. We had board training that took 2 days. Regular board meetings continue to be held, but what has come out of that is a slight change in our mission statement and in our value statement.
Okay.
Before, we were partnering with single mothers to build hope for the future, but now, drum roll, we are empowering single mothers to build hope for their future.
Okay.
You know, yes, we still partner, but no, it's about empowering these individual women to be their best. And our value statements, there's 3 sentences with this. We believe that every woman can be successful. We believe in the power of community. I love that one. It's not just the community within our cottage. It's the greater community of Artesia, of Eddy County, of southeast New Mexico. I just met someone this morning who was talking about how surprised he is at how many resources we have available in this community.
Yep.
For a small town, Artesia does have an impressive number of resources. And so part of what we do is get our folks and even people that call up who are not a match, get them connected and refer to other resources because they are here.
Sure.
They might be 45 miles away, but that's close.
It's close in a lot of ways. That's
yes,
right. Yeah.
it sure is. It sure is. And our last value statement hasn't changed much. We are driven by empathy, compassion, and dignity. Everyone is deserving of all those.
That's
and
right.
we're partners with our moms because it could be us.
That's right.
It could have been me about 25 years ago if it wasn't for my family and I had a college degree. I don't know what would have happened if I wouldn't have had those things as my foundation.
Sure. And so the mothers and their families that do be accepted and become residents, they have to be working or going to school or some combination of the two. And so that's pretty exciting.
It is.
As far as the education opportunities, since we don't have a college per se in town, how does some of that work out? Do they do online classes and things like that?
You know, in our brave new world now, everything's online. In fact, we have one mama who has enrolled in 13 hours at ENMUR, and it's all online.
Wow.
Now, she's had to go up there a couple of times in person to get enrolled and figure out a few things. But no, she hasn't been in school in, I believe, 13 years. And here she is jumping right in with a full schedule. So proud of her.
Yeah.
And she is working a little part-time here and there, just to keep some cash flowing in.
Yeah.
No, I'm so proud of her. We have another mom who's been working full-time since she started with us.
Full-time? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She very, very stable. And then I mentioned our third mom who has her very first job ever, first time in the job force.
First time ever?
Ever.
Never, not even as
Never
a
worked outside of the home.
teenager in school, worked?
She did a little internship when she was in high school. But
That's it?
That's it.
Wow. That had to be quite an experience. I just, of course, I've always had a job, so I don't know what that would be like to not have a job.
I'm the same way.
Or not have worked had a job. And there's so many kids that when they're in high school, they need to have gas money or whatever, and they'll work at McDonald's or that's kind of their first entry into the workforce. But to not have ever worked ever, that's amazing.
This woman is from a different culture. She's originally from a different country. Things are very different there. She's now living in the United States and learning how to not only go to work and get childcare, but to live in a whole different society. And so we're partnering with her there, showing her a different way of getting along in the world.
Yeah.
There's even a difference in parenting that we respect. And we want to be able to work with her, but, there's got to be a way to get along with others in the community, too.
Sure.
So there's many things that I never expected about this job. One, I've told you several months ago, our first mama wasn't coming to us from divorce or domestic violence affected family or what. She was a widow, a COVID widow.
Right.
That was a shock and a surprise that
Yeah.
this world is so different than what I anticipated. Now we have someone coming to us from on the other side of the globe.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're working with a whole different culture and that aspect. It's been a fascinating ride so far.
Sure.
And to know, again, here we are in little old Artesia, New Mexico, and we're dealing with these different dynamics.
So when the third family moves in, they'll how many children?
3.
3. I mean total children now.
And that makes 7.
7 total, including a set of twins, identical.
Mm-hmm.
That's just got to be crazy. And for those that, I mean, crazy in a good way. I'm not.
No, yeah, it's chaotic.
Chaotic would probably be a
that
good
normal
way.
family stuff.
Yeah. So for those again that may not remember, or maybe this is the first time they're hearing this, each of the families have their own living area.
They do. They have a private bedroom, bathroom, suite.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the cottage, which is like an 8,400 square foot cottage, is community living area. There's a huge kitchen, 5 refrigerators, 3 full kitchens, 2 islands, a huge dining area with 2 very, very big dining room tables, a very large living area, kids' play space, mom's study space, and a great big laundry room. I wish you could see it. There's 3 washers, 3 dryers, huge folding table in the middle, storage everywhere you can imagine. And then we have a lovely outdoor area, a patio, covered patio, and then a great big yard for the kids to play in.
Wow.
And now that I've hit on that, I
Yes.
do want to give a shout out to Devon. They are coming in on tomorrow afternoon, to build us a brand new swing set.
Uh-oh.
We had some lovely neighbors, the Brenderos, gift us a swing set that their grandchildren had outgrown, and now we have gotten
Now it's got to be
great,
put
big,
together.
huge one. No, another one.
Oh, another one. Okay.
A very large swing set system. It's sitting in a garage right now, the biggest crate you can imagine. It's 900 pounds. It's a
Wow.
hefty
That's
swing set. But I'm really excited about the Devon team coming out to help us out. We've had a lot of community partners stepping up. Hermosa Church of Christ is gifting us with a upright freezer that we need. And, oh gosh, the Artesia High School Student Council recently did a movie night at the pit.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids could come in and watch a movie for free, so long as they brought us some cleaning supplies. So everything from spray away glass cleaner to paper towels. What else did they? Oh gosh, those were the big ones that we were really needing, was
Sure.
the paper towels, because
Yeah.
we have glass tops on all of our furniture.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I need a lot of that.
Oh yes.
Sure. Well, that would help. So you get a lot of help from the community, and if there are other community organizations that want to reach out to you and say, what do you need? How do they get a hold of you?
Well, first they can go to our website, and it's havenofhopenm.com.
Okay.
We have, of course, all of our contact information is there. We also have like a needs list on that website. Our phone number's on there. I'll shout it out real quick. It's 575-231-7334. Again, my name's Anita.
But it is on the website.
It's on the website.
And it's havenofhope.com.
NM.com.
So
Right.
check that out.
And don't forget the NM, because there are many other organizations named Haven of Hope around the United States. So, but yeah, please take a look at the website. Give me a call.
I've done that before on different things. I've typed in a website and forgot to localize it. And I'll go, we don't have palm trees here. Where am I? Oh, I'm in California. Let me get over here to where I'm supposed to be.
I did that the other day. Ended up on an Australian website. And it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
no, that's not what I need.
It'd be nice, but no, we're not going to do that.
Right.
Well, is there anything else that you wanted to share with us today, or do you have any job openings out there?
I do. I actually have 2 job openings. I have this administrative assistant that I need to replace.
Uh-huh.
And also looking for a part-time, like groundskeeper, handyman type of position.
Okay.
Just the occasional, maybe.
Smoke detector.
Or just helping me spray some Roundup. Or,
There you go.
I need to hang up some mini blinds, things like that. But it'd just be nice to have a part-time staff person who can manage that for us.
Okay. And is that information on the website as well?
The handyman one is not.
Okay.
But if you're out there listening and you are interested in something like that, or you know someone who has some time on their hands, give me a holler. I'd love to talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. So is there anything else? Did
Yeah,
we cover
only
everything today?
there was one other thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
My board is now, and with all that board training they did, they're realizing that it's time to start fundraising.
Okay.
And so we are in the process of getting things planned. So please be on the lookout for information from us. If this mission speaks to your audience, I really do invite them to join us in our mission and help these families. You know, we're helping this community grow one family at a time.
I know one of the biggest fundraising organizations for nonprofits is the United Way. Is Haven of Hope a United Way funded?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're
Okay.
too young. They want to fund organizations that show a 3-year history.
Ah.
We're almost there. We were formed in 2020.
Okay.
So I'm
Getting close.
hoping that in the next funding cycle they will consider us mature enough to be
Well, I know a
worthy.
lot of people give to United Way,
Yes.
and that covers a lot of different agencies. But in this particular case, if Haven of Hope is the one that you're wanting to really make sure that you help out, go to the website and reach out direct.
Right, you can do that. And with my past experience with United Way, people can actually make designations to organizations that are not United Way agencies. So
Oh,
if you want to
okay.
give that way, verify with United Way of Eddy County, but that's my experience with other United Way agencies. You can give to other organizations through them.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because
But be on the lookout for our fundraisers that are going to be coming probably in the holiday season for year-end giving. And we're looking at an event coming up in the spring.
in the spring. Excellent. Well, we'll help spread the word.
Well, thank
so.
you. I
All right.
appreciate it. Thank you for your time today.
Well, thank you for remembering.
Thanks for reminding me.
Well, and I think the last time we had you scheduled, I had something that that I could only schedule them on that day, and I asked you to move a day, which I appreciate you doing. A move a
my
week or
pleasure.
whatever. And
My
that,
pleasure.
That helped me out in a pinch too. So, very good. Well, Anita, thanks so much for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And hope that Microsoft laptop works out for you.
Knock wood.
No, it'll be fine. Okay, thanks a lot. We're